March has arrived, spring is on the way, and we're here with our market update. Every month we give you a snapshot of the property markets in Droitwich, Malvern and Worcester, as well as an update on the national market and economy. Everything that could come into play if you're considering moving home. First, the local market roundup. The latest land registry statistics show that there were 38% fewer sales across Worcestershire than the previous 12 months when the numbers were boosted by the stamp duty incentives. The actual number of transactions was 3,798. Sales in Worcester were down 38% at 1,666, with Malvern and Droitwich both down 33% with 609 and 445 respectively. Remember, there's a 3-month lag in reporting, so these stats give you the complete picture up to the 30th of November 2022. Now let's talk about average sale prices. Over the last 12 months, all local markets have shown growth. Malvern's average transaction remains highest at 307,800, up 8%. Droitwich is next at 287,600, up 5%. In Worcester, where 44% of the sales were recorded, the average sales price increased to 251,500, which is up 8%. If you look at the last 5 years, property prices are up 26% on average across Worcestershire. In Droitwich they've increased 19%, in Worcester they've increased 25%, and in Malvern they've increased 26%. What about the local lettings market? Well, over the last 12 months, Worcester and the wider WR postcode area have seen 8% rise in the average rent for new lets. Droitwich has seen growth almost double that, at 19%, bringing the average rent to £733 per calendar month. Despite this, it's still 8.5% below the Worcestershire average of £801. Malvern has the highest average rent at £806 per calendar month, 6% higher than 12 months ago and 10.4% higher than the Worcestershire average. As the Office for National Statistics continue to analyse data from the 2021 census, we're getting more fascinating insights about the country's population. For instance, there are 700,000 more 30-somethings in England and Wales than there were back in 2011. With the average age for a first-time buyer now sitting at 34, that's a lot of people who could be ready to take the first step onto the ladder. The census also revealed that there are 2 million more people aged 60 or over than there were 10 years ago. If you look at average prices of properties coming to the market so far in 2023, it looks like more larger properties are becoming available. One explanation for this is the challenges many homeowners are facing with rising energy and maintenance costs. In last month's market update, we saw that 33% of homeowners now own their homes outright, so we're likely to see this trend continue. If you're interested in what your property is worth and would like advice tailored to your individual circumstances, get in touch with us. Let's look at the national market next. There were more than 1.26 million property sales across the UK in 2022, making it the busiest year since 2007, if you don't count the bonkers year that was 2021 with the stamp duty incentives pushing up the number of transactions. UK Finance is predicting that property sales this year will drop 21% to just over 1 million. They're also forecasting that lending by banks and building societies will fall by 23%, back to levels seen before the pandemic. If you're looking at your finances and need some information or advice, we've got mortgage advisors that can assist you. Contact us and we'll put you in touch. According to Rightmove, the asking price of newly marketed properties rose by 0.9% in January, indicating a bigger than usual New Year bounce in demand. However, it is important to remember that this report is about asking prices, not sold prices. Overly optimistic valuations could be behind this rise, and our advice is to treat it with caution. Right, onto the economy, and for once it's not all doom and gloom. We narrowly avoided recession in 2022 with growth at 0% between October and December, and the Bank of England says it now expects that any recession in 23 to 24 to be shorter and less severe than expected. Interest rates are still ticking up, with the base rate now at 4%, the highest in 14 years. Some are expecting them to peak at 4.5% this year. Price rises have been hitting consumers hard, but there's some positive news here too. Price increases slowed for the third month in succession, with inflation falling from 10.5% in December to 10.1% in January. The Bank of England expects inflation to ease back to 5.2% later this year, and we'll be here to keep you updated all along the way. To sum up, these are turbulent times with lots of challenges for homeowners, landlords and tenants. It's really important for you to have access to clear, evidence-based messages to help you make the best choices for your situation. That's what these regular market updates aim to do. If you found this video useful, drop us a like and follow us for more.